Alright, what's up guys? So today we have the 2019 FXDR from Harley-Davidson. Super exciting bike. These things are pretty wild. I mean, they're rowdy. I mean, it's kind of like you've got the package of the 114 Milwaukee 8 with sort of a V-Rod. It's like a better handling V-Rod breakout drag bike powered by that Milwaukee 8 114. So these bikes are super cool. They look rowdy. They look like they're made to just tear it up. You've got dual rotors in the front with ABS, inverted front suspension. You've got that 114 Milwaukee 8 and a 6-speed transmission, and then you also have this massive air intake here. I mean, this thing's made to just suck in air and just go ahead and give you as big combustion as you can as possible in there. And you'll see right here you do have adjustable rear suspension, so you can really fine-tune that preload in the back. This one does have a couple upgrades. So the biggest upgrades you'll see on this one is that 2-to-1 Bassani exhaust. So you'll see, so it gives it a little bit cleaner look. I like the look, and it's got a really good sound to it. And then they also, most FXDRs, they'll have that rear bracket that'll come out to here, and then it'll just kind of have the license plate turn signal combo all together. But this one actually went ahead and did a side relocation bracket, and you'll see they did a integrated brake light turn signal combo right in here. It actually looks really clean. Lots of cool stuff here. Let's see. Then you've got this rawhide denim color on it. The FXDR logo. Here's where your little controls, all your little indicator lights are going to be, and then here's your data readout. And we'll go ahead and start this thing up for you guys. Alrighty. And she is warming on up. You have a fuel gauge, miles per hour, and right now it's on the little RPM gauge there for us. So. And you'll see here you've got almost like clip-on style bars that you might see on more of a sport bike sort of thing. Yeah, this thing is super cool. And another piece that you might see, it's got a lot of pieces that are very different, because this is a Milwaukee 8 Softail, but it's got a lot of different things that really make it stand out. So the biggest thing you'll see up front is you'll see it's kind of got this like little hoods, or little not hood scoop, but this little almost like a chin spoiler. So you'll see it's actually pushing more air where it needs to go. So it's pushing a little bit more air while also protecting the rectifier down there at the bottom, and pushing more air into that oil cooler to help cool down this beast of a motor. And just kind of give it a little bit more of a different accent, so to speak. Another piece is that they really went, this bike was made to be go fast. So it's made, so part of that power, they wanted to give it more power and then have to power less. So there was a lot of weight reduction done to this bike. So it's all the Milwaukee 8 Softail platform, but they actually did a different swing arm on the back. So you'll see here, it's actually got an aluminum swing arm here, just that way it's a little bit stiffer and a little bit lighter. And I'll let you hear that Bassani while we're down here. Oh yeah, sounds good. So, looks like a pretty comfortable seat, pretty good little back wall. We're gonna see if they can keep me in it. These things are fast. So it's got a wider rear tire. Let's go see how it handles. Should be nice and warmed up for us now. All right, let's go get it. So, it is a little bit of a clamshell position. First thing we're noticing is that it's smooth. Yeah, this thing's gonna be fast. I'm also probably gonna show people my tail a little bit more than I was thinking. So it is an aggressive riding style, but you do feel like you're kind of up on high a little bit. So I would highly imagine it's got good lean. Oh! Alright, yeah, this thing's gonna be quick. Let's go see what this thing's like. Alright, just that quick little pull I just felt there. Alright, yeah, this thing's gonna be good. We got this little jogger here. I'm assuming that this bike's pretty stock. It feels super responsive. Stock is in, probably has a stage 1. We've got considering that we've got the full system exhaust on it, so I can only assume it's been tuned. As responsive as it is, I would assume it's tuned. If it was this responsive out the factory, that would be good. Okay, so initial thoughts, this thing is fast. Holy cow. Quick power. This riding style's not bad. Bumps are good. I think it's got pretty much the same rear suspension as most of the other Milwaukee Softails, but it feels really good. I like it. Let's see. Alrighty, good power, handling bumps amazingly. Let's go see how she does on the highway. Now this riding position, it feels, my knees are a little bit tucked, and I'm kind of bent over. This feels like a good position for how aggressive this thing runs. But it might not be the most comfortable to some. But it's kind of how you gotta ride this bike. I don't know what the van's doing. That can't be good. Alright. Let's see here. Looking at photos of this bike though, it really looks like it's gonna have a lot of clearance everywhere. Oh, and it does. It does. Yeah, we're gonna run this thing. Let's see here. Yeah, as I was rolling this thing out here, I had several people ask me, they're like, have you ridden one of those things before? And I was like, no. And they're like, well, they're fast. I was like, alright. If you say so. Let's see here. Yeah, she's, gear, handles beautifully. She kind of effortlessly just hit those speeds. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty smooth on the old girl. So she feels good. She feels so good. I dig it. Let's see. I am noticing that air intake is just a little bit on my shin, so I can't really put my knees on the tank like I might quite want to. But it's got a really good pull all around. The bars are in a pretty comfy spot. It looks like you can kind of adjust the angle a little bit. Let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna have to ride this thing like an FXDR. Ooh. Try to pull my jacket down a little bit. That way too many people aren't blinded. Nice van. The pull on this thing, very stable. Very stable on it. I'm enjoying it. Whew. Lots of vans out today. See, so this is a rawhide denim color. The only other bike in person I've seen this on is the Iron 883. It looks good. It's like a, I like it. It's more like a chocolate color. Yeah, she's got a good reel to it. Wow. Yeah, the riding position, it's not the most, I will admit, it's not the most comfortable position, but like I was saying though, for how this bike was sort of designed to be ride, it's the right position for it. So the way it fits really well. It also does have room for passengers on it. So it's got some foot pegs and a little back seat. So, but my seat's very comfortable. I like it back here. It's got just enough of a back wall to kind of keep me in it, and it kind of you kind of sink in it to it a little bit. So it's got a little bit of a gripper material on it. Kind of reminds me of the Fat Bob 114s. That's kind of what I'm trying to compare this to as well. I think it's a little bit longer than the Fat Bob, but this one's set up a little bit more for the drag, I'd say. It looks like it's going to have a lot of lean to it. It's got the stretch tank, so you can ride it for quite a while. Pretty good fuel range on this thing. I think and it does tell you a fuel range as well, so that's cool. Once we get through this twisty section, then I'll kind of go through everything on the screen. But it's a really good position for the screen. It's up front, so that way you can really see it well. It seems to handle a little bit better than the Breakout. But it does kind of remind me of that V-Rod. Just a slightly better looking package, I think. So, don't hate me for not loving the look of the V-Rod, but kind of like this one. If you like the V-Rod, I'm sure you'll love this bike. This gets you that Milwaukee 8. It feels good. It's like the old caddy here turn. Let's see here. A little lean to the right. It's easy to go fast on this. You can kind of go deceivingly fast on this bike. Brakes are good, I'll give it that. Let's see here. We'll roll through the school zone a little bit better here. They're lining up, getting ready to go. But feels good. Rolling for the stoplight. Yeah, I mean, the kind of leaning I could do on this thing is pretty good. Definitely feel like I can move around on this thing. It does have the stock grips. I'd probably replace those. Something a little bit light, a little bit more. Let's see. The bar's in a really good spot. I'm not sure how easy it would be to switch those out, but I don't think there's really anything you can switch these out with or would really want to. Because, I mean, we're just cruising out here. Soaking it up. Oh, brother, sister, whatever you are. Don't be doing that. Thank you for blowing everything off into the street there. Alright, what am I noticing? I like these fuel caps. These are probably my favorite fuel caps from Harley. Not too hot. It's a good kind of brisk day. But I'm kind of loving this bike. So, who's going to love this bike? I think, if luggage isn't a big concern of yours, you don't mind just throwing a backpack on and going. If you have a sport bike background and kind of want to lean into the Harleys, try them out, this would definitely be the bike worth checking out. It might surprise you. It's got all the cruiser benefits, but in a Milwaukee 8 platform. And then it's just sporty. So you'll probably like the styling a lot. But if you like cruisers and want something with a little extra pep, then give this guy a go. Yeah, doing very well. I think I like the Fat Bob a little bit more, but this thing is still a very good bike. Me personally, that is. Now, if you want something that's just just a fun little muscle bike for the street, this is you. This is you all day. Also, this one does have that LED Daymaker headlight, so that's pretty good, pretty cool. I like it, nice and bright. Might be one of the few Softails that don't have that standard halo on them. They cleared that out. That was fast. Let's see. Yeah, we're digging this thing. It's got all the standard Softail controls. There's no cruise control. No cruise control on it. No. I mean, it kind of, the lean on it is that beefier rear tire does some good work, I'd say. I can feel myself rolling all over that thing. Yeah, this thing's made to be ridden aggressively. It's got good brakes, the front and the rear. It's got the ABS. It's light too. Oh yeah, we'll talk about some of the things on the screen there. So you've got our speed. So you'll see up here we've got our speed, our gear indicator, and our RPMs. The Infinity. Slow up a bit. That car is empty. Nice. I like the sound of the Masonic, but you got your speed, your gear, and then your RPMs on this little bit. You'll always have your speed and your gear displayed, as well as your fuel. But pretty much the bottom little piece is what you're cycling through. So now on RPMs, and then I can switch it over to the miles on the bike, and you'll see it has just over 2,800. So this old 2019 here is still pretty fresh. And you got trip A, trip B, my fuel range, so you can see I've got 86 miles left till E, and then I've got a clock, so I can see how fast I need to run it, if I'm running behind a little bit, and then back to my RPMs, so easy as that. And I'm going to be a little bit extra in this turn here, it's kind of hanging off the side. Oh, lets you point your knee a little bit. Alright, I'll take it. Pardon me. Okay. Like I said, it's not the most comfortable riding position, but it's the right riding position. If this is the style of riding you're trying to do, yeah, you'll like it. Let's see here. Come on that turn signal. Give a little knee point. We're ready. Yeah, this bike's very easy to go much faster than you think you are on it. I'll say that. Oh, can we hit that green? No, we can't tack on it. Alright, well, and just for kicks, let's give it all the brakes. And, ooh, not bad. Popping up in neutral. Let's see what we got. Alright, we're leaning back a little bit. Kind of stretch it back a teeny bit. Got our car there behind us, checking us out. They're like, wow, that's a cool bike. Yeah, I'm not sure how big this tank is. I want to say 5 gallons or somewhere close to that. Feels pretty big. So I feel like you can get a pretty good range out of this thing. Yeah, she's made to be light, made to run. Yeah, I mean, you can already hit 45 just in the turn getting onto the road pretty much. That's crazy. So when I first rode a 107 Milwaukee 8, coming from an 80 twin cam, or an 88 twin cam, I was just so surprised at just just that power and how responsive it was, how well it just wanted to go. And as I've been riding a 107, as someone that's ridden a 107 for a while, this FXDR is trying to party hard, I'll say. That car's right there. We can't do the thing. What we could do is bypass. Let's do that. All clear behind us. Doo-doo-doo. Wow. All right, let's take a slightly different route today. Sure. See it, give it the old knee point and chin. Ew. Looks rowdy, feels rowdy, rides rowdy. Man, this bike is cool. I feel cool on it, I'll say that. Acceleration, I'll give it that, and it held on the highway beautifully too. You could get cozy on it. Now the rear pegs, I wonder if I can ride this thing like a sport bike. Oh, I can. All right, so go to sport bike mode here. Unfortunately, I don't have my controls back there, but I can kind of tuck my feet and. There's a red light, so I'm gonna get out of this. Get on my brakes. We gonna pass the Prius? We're gonna pass the Prius, maybe. Oh, thank you, Camry. Maybe. Maybe. Don't like that. Let's give him a little, go to get around that situation. Yeah, I'm, wow. This might be one of my fastest runs I've done, out here. We also did take a shortcut, so that's also helping. But who's this bike for? This bike is for somebody that just wants that, street, muscly, bike that's ready to run, because it'll run. Now, this bike will probably handle this turn a little bit better than that wide glide we did last time. If you watched last week's video, then you'll know. I was like, yeah, you should probably be easy on this turn, and then I proceeded to scrape pretty bad. Wow. Yeah, this thing is doing amazingly. I gotta give it credit. Wow. Yeah, that was pretty quick. Not much to it. It's a totally different bike than you might be used to, but it'll run. It'll ride hard, it'll party hard. This might be one of the sportiest. I mean, we'll call it stock. I mean, this might be one of the sportiest stock Harleys I've ever ridden. It's pretty sweet. I dig it. I'm gonna whip this thing over here because I'm probably gonna make some TikToks with it. Like as always, if you are following us on TikTok, you should be. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. This thing is sick. yeah, no, this thing is sweet. Huge fan of this thing. If you haven't seen one or ridden one, yeah, you should. I think it's going to definitely surprise you. Man, it handled beautifully. The power was there. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this thing. Love how it looks. Love how it performed. Definitely would recommend that you come check this thing out here at Tobacco Road Harley-Davidson. So in the meantime, ride safe, and we hope to see you soon.